The house you are in is unsafe within. My dear child, if you do believe in angels, begin this video and watch it all the way through. Angel states, "My child, listen. The time is now." This is not a usual message and you should not treat it lightly. The house in which you are residing is not as you imagine it to be. The location where you sleep, where you close your eyes, where you feel safe, something lies there. Something has been there, unseen, unobserved, but it was watching. It was waiting. It has worked in the dark. But now I am telling you. Now I am bringing the unseen to light. Now I am revealing what has been hidden. You have felt troubled. You have known there was something wrong but you dismissed it. You have dismissed the warnings, told yourself it was all your imagination. But my child, it was not your imagination. Those times when you sensed eyes on you, when you sensed this other presence, when you heard things that you could not explain, those were not accidents. Those were signals. Those were warnings that something more was occurring in your home. Something has been left. It was not left there for your benefit. It was not left there with good intentions. It was placed in place with intent, with forethought, with an aim that was not intended to grant you peace. A person has entered your domain, into the actual rooms you occupy, into the corners in which you seek solitude. And they have deposited something there. And my child, you need to realize this is not merely physical. This is not merely what the eyes perceive. There is more, something beneath the surface. There is an influence that permeates the air, an unseen force braided into the very fabric of the house you live in. And this influence has been acting, moving, changing, pushing, and pulling in ways you did not yet know. I have been observing. I have been defending you even when you did not know you required defending. I have sent my angels to get around you, to stand watch, to shield the influence of what has been put in your space. But my child, I cannot let you stay in the dark. I cannot let you walk in ignorance anymore. The time has arrived for your eyes to be opened. You have to know who has come into your home. You have to know who has crossed the threshold. Not everyone who walks in your door is good. Not everyone who smiles when they see you means well. Not every person who acts like they care does care. There is someone who has entered your space, who has sat in your presence, who has watched you, observed you, and made conclusions about you without your awareness. This is why the atmosphere has felt weighty. That is why you have had moments of restlessness, of unease, of unwarranted thoughts rushing through your mind. My child, you are not dreaming. The sensation of being restless was not a coincidence. It was a sign, a spiritual warning, a message, attempting to find its way to you before it was too late. There is something behind this history. This is not merely about something recent. This has been shaping shaping, preparing to some degree. It has been initiated without your knowledge. And yet my hand has been on you, stopping what was supposed to happen. You have been held back. You have been kept safe. You have been protected. But my child, don't disregard this message. For if you remain ignorant, if you take no action, if you say nothing, then what was devised will start to come about. I am revealing something here. Someone associated with you has had a hand in this. Someone who has had access. Someone who knows your ways, someone who has been intimate enough to walk freely around you without arousing suspicion. And my daughter, when I tell them their name, when I lay it out for you who this is, do not question. Do not doubt. Do not second-guess what I am presenting to you. There has been a reason why things have not felt right. There has been a reason why you have found delays, interruptions, moments of uncertainty. There is a reason that your mind has been muddled, that your energy has been depleted, that your peace has been stirred. What has been within your walls has not been in keeping with my intentions for you. It has been moving against you. Even in silence, even in quietness. My child, I require you to move. I require you to act. I want you to hear my voice and follow my command without reserve. Because the hour is brief, the moment critical. There is no further room for waiting, no further place for delay. I have instilled in you a sensitivity, an awareness, a knowing, deeper than the eyes can observe. Trust that feeling. Trust the feeling in your heart that's saying something don't feel right. Trust that I am the one talking to you today. Opening your eyes, filling you with the knowledge to take action before it is too late. The person responsible will shortly be made known. They believed they could keep themselves hidden. They believed their actions would never be uncovered. They thought their influence over your space would remain unnoticed. But they underestimated my power. They underestimated my presence in your life. They underestimated the covering I have placed over you. And now their time is up. In the coming moments, you will begin to see signs. You will begin to notice things that were always there but never stood out to you before. Pay attention. Watch carefully. Listen closely. The indications will not be boisterous, but they will be unmistakable. And when you notice them, you will know. Do not doubt. Do not dismiss it. Do not tell yourself it is nothing. Because my child, it is something. It has ever been something. And the time to deal with it is now. I have already provided you with everything you require to manage this. I have already made you strong for this hour. You are not weak. You are not alone. You are not helpless. My hand is on you. My voice is in you. My spirit is in you and you will triumph. There will be opposition. There will be times of unbelief. There will be times when they will seek to make you believe that you are mistaken. But my child, do not allow lies to take hold in your heart. Hold fast to what I am revealing to you. Hold fast to the truth being revealed. This is not the end. This is not intended to kill you. This is intended to set you free. This is intended to defend you. This is intended to advance you higher than you have been. Because when this is taken away, when this presence is removed, when this influence is lost, there will be movement, there will be lifting, there will be renewal. You have been carrying something unconsciously. You have been imbued by what has been withheld. But my child, from this point forward, you will be lighter, you will be clearer. You will be stronger. And doors that have been jammed will at last open. Believe me. Believe my words. Believe what I am depositing in your spirit. Do not ignore this message. Do not wait to act. The time is now. The moment is here. The exposure has started. And nothing will ever be the same again. My dear child, you have lived your life trusting the goodness of the people around you. Trusting the security of the places you call home, trusting that where you lay your head is where peace lies. But today I appear to you with a revelation, not to instill fear, but to awaken your eyes to the things that were hidden. The space where you live, the home where you sleep, the rooms where you are alone, the walls that enclose you, they are full of more than you see. There is something which has been hidden from you. Something which stays in silence. Something which speaks even when there are no words spoken. It has waited so long. It has watched so long. It has stayed hidden because the eyes of the flesh cannot see what the Spirit already sees. But now I am saying what must be said because you have been questioning, because you have been feeling, because your spirit has not rested. You have felt it, haven't you? The unnatural stillness, the catch in the air at certain times, the shadows that are longer than they need to be. The visions that have appeared to you in the stillness of the night. I have witnessed the manner in which your heart has experienced an unsettlement that it was unable to explain. The manner in which your mind has endeavored to disregard what your soul already knows. The home you are residing in holds more than mere walls and ceiling structure. It has what once was left behind, shadows of what went by, echoes of what persists. It is not just a structure. It carries a history, a past that has yet to settle, a presence that is still unsettled. There are things one cannot see that affect the setting. There are forces that have traveled through spaces, feelings that have penetrated into the very cores, actions that left marks that don't just disappear. What has been done in the dark is never really kept in the dark. For everything is revealed to me. The steps that you occasionally believe that you hear. The feeling of being watched even when there is no one around. the burden that weighs on you at times when you should be light. These are not accidents. They are not tricks of the mind. They are whispers of something greater, something to be found. And I'm revealing this to you now because it is time for you to see, time for you to know, time for you to move into awareness. You did not happen to be in this house. You were put there for a reason. There is a reason even in where you lay your head, a heavenly symmetry in the spaces you occupy. But just as I guide you, just as I direct your steps, I also summon you to discernment, to wisdom, to seeing beyond what the eyes see. There is something in this home that needs to be addressed. There is a reason that some things feel off, some moments feel heavy. Why do you sometimes wake with a weight across your chest and a thought within your head that you cannot identify? Something has been left unsolved, something that must be noticed, something that must be dealt with. Do not underestimate this. Do not disregard the warnings I leave within your heart. You have always been aware that there is more to this world than what can be touched and felt. You have always felt that there are forces that act beyond what human intellect can perceive. You have been endowed with a sensibility for things beyond nature, a capacity to sense what other people might miss, a spirit that knows even when the mind cannot find out. This is why you have sensed what you have sensed. This is why the mood in some areas changes when you enter them. This is why you sometimes wake up feeling that something was there even though you cannot see anything. I have shielded you. I have shielded you. Nothing has been permitted to hurt you, because my hand is on top of you. But now I want you to notice. I want you to behave. I want you to act with the power I have invested in you. This house has a history behind it, a legacy of what has passed, a memory that will not disappear. There are areas inside its walls where words were expressed that ought not to have been expressed, where feelings were unleashed that bore more than fleeting agony, where things were done that took something with them. Do you comprehend? A place's history is not eliminated because time progresses. That which has been planted in secret will stay unless it is pulled up, unless it is confronted, unless it is brought to light. And I ask you, my child, will you deny what your spirit already knows? Or will you stand in the truth that I am unveiling? Will you wave away the moments of discomfort? Or will you go seeking after its source? Will you allow what lingers to remain? Or will you rise up and cleanse the place where you dwell? I have not called you to live in ignorance. I have not placed you where you are without giving you the means to shift the atmosphere around you. You have been given authority. You have been given discernment. You have been entrusted with the power to transform what has been unchanged for far too long. Don't be afraid. Don't let doubt hold you back from doing what I am calling you to do. Your home must be a haven of peace, a haven of rest, a haven where my presence can abide without obstruction. But if there are things that have taken hold that don't belong, they need to be cut away. If there are influences that want to be concealed, they need to be brought to light. If there are vestiges of that which was done long ago still hanging on to the now, they need to be severed. You are not helpless. You are not without direction. You are not alone in this. See the world with new eyes. Listen for what your heart has been saying to you all along. See the changes, the patterns, the times that make you feel a sense of discomfort you cannot shake. I am revealing these things. Not to cause disturbance but to cause resolution because the time is at hand. It is time now for you to purify that which must be purified, to let go of that which must be let go of, to grasp that which I have provided and bring my peace into that place of turmoil that has sought to linger. You are capable of changing the very mood surrounding you, of altering that which has remained unaddressed, of restoring that where my truth is told, where my presence is welcomed. This house is more than a building. It is a space where you live, where you exist, where you dream, where you find safety. It has to be a space that is in alignment with my peace, my purpose, my presence. And now I am inviting you to bring it into alignment. Now I am inviting you to purify what has not been spoken. Now I am inviting you to act. Do not wait. Do not wait. The moment is now. You have held on for clearness, for affirmation, for insight. This is your affirmation. This is your sign. This is the time I am revealing to you that what you have sensed was not a fantasy. What you have sensed was not a misconception. What you have questioned was not unjustified. Stand in the truth. Walk in the light. Claim ownership of the space where you reside and bring my presence to completion. I am with you, my child, and I will guide you each step of the way. Angel says, my child, open your heart to my voice, for I am speaking to you now with urgency and truth. Your dwelling place has things unseen, movement beyond the natural, whispers not from me. There have been things said in the dark, things planned into the air, things done when you did not know. But I have witnessed everything. Nothing is beyond my sight. My presence glides through each wall, through each place hidden, through each shadow where lies attempt to reside. There have been persons who have crossed this threshold with hearts not clean. There are others who have left behind things not to be in your place. My child, listen. What I am sharing with you now is not to instill fear but to open your eyes. I do not want you to stay blind about what is going on around you. You have felt it, haven't you? The moments of discomfort, the times when your soul became restless, the nights that sleep did not come easily. It was no accident. I have been rousing your consciousness, summoning you to witness, to comprehend, to ready yourself. There have been words uttered within this home that were not spoken for benevolent purposes. There have been arrangements concluded, chats that bore covert agendas and energies that attempted to hang around. But my child, do not be disturbed, because my presence is more powerful than any force that would seek to disturb you. Where I am present, nothing can oppose you. Where my name is invoked, all that is not of me has to depart. Where my hand passes, all secret things have to appear in the open. You have to start praying over this ground. You need to call on me, because I am going to move in a way that you have not seen. The very roots of this house have heard what was not supposed to be heard. The walls have seen what was being done in the dark. But I am about to bring cleaning. I am about to bring truth. I am about to bring restoration. You are not going to keep living in an area where lies have attempted to take root. You will not be in an environment that was not ready for me. There is a woman who has been talking about you, my child. She has smiled in your face but has talked differently in secret. She has invited things into your place, unaware of what she was actually doing. Her intention was concealed, but her heart has now been made known. My child, don't be surprised when you notice her pull away. Don't question why the bond starts to slip away. I am the one pulling her away. I am the one making things move. There isn't space for those who don't have truth in their hearts. You've been put in this position for a reason. I have permitted some things to occur so that you might see. So that you might grow in wisdom, so that you might know who is really for you and who is not. You have trusted too much, my child. You have given your kindness freely, thinking that other people bore the same goodness in their hearts. But now I am instructing you wisdom. I am teaching you to walk with awareness. You will no longer be blind to the motivations of those around you. Start praying, child, start invoking my name in this household. Stand in authority, for I have given you dominion over every place you enter. Speak my name and observe how the environment changes. Speak my truth and watch how the things that have been hidden start to come undone. You are not alone in this. I am surrounding you. My angels are stationed around you. Nothing will be able to harm you, for I have covered you with a shield. There will be a time in the near future when clarity will come like a flood. You will be hearing something, a conversation, a revelation that will clarify everything. The puzzle pieces will all come together. The questions you have kept in your heart will find their answers. You will see why some things did not feel right. You will realize why some encounters made you feel uncomfortable. And my child, when it occurs, do not dismiss it. Do not shut off what I am giving you. Believe what your spirit perceives. I am showing you these things for a purpose. I have a plan for you, and it does not involve staying in places where you do not belong. I am rearranging things, creating a path for something better. You cannot yet see it, but have faith in me, my child. All that I do is with purpose. All the change is for your safety, your increase, your alignment with my will. Get ready, my child. What is on its way will call for your trust. It will require you to let go of things you once held on to. But know this, what I remove, I replace with something better. Where I close a door, I open one that no one can shut. You will look back on this moment, and watch my hand at work. You will discover that I was directing you all along. Close to me. In prayer. In trust. Hidden things are soon to be made manifest. And when you question yourself so much that you'd never pursue the door I've opened for you. But here's the part that shakes the heavens. They underestimated your resilience. They didn't know who protected you. They didn't see the angels standing beside you when they plotted. They didn't feel the fire that surrounds your name. You are not ordinary. You are not defenseless. You are divinely guarded. Every whisper made about you in secret has now become a megaphone in heaven's court. And God says, I'm responding to this. The decisions made in that room were harsh. There was one person who spoke more than the rest. Someone you once trusted. Someone who holds a version of your truth. They took what you told them in confidence and used it as a weapon. They twisted it into something ugly. They mocked your growth. They ridiculed your healing. They called your breakthrough fake, but God says, I heard every word. I saw the fake concern. I saw the subtle nods. And I watched how they ended the meeting with one final vow. We must stop them before they rise again. Yes, they meant you. What they don't realize is that I already had a meeting of my own. A higher meeting. One that didn't happen in darkness but in light. And in that divine council, your name was honored. Your calling was affirmed. Your wounds were seen. Your future was sealed. What man tried to sabotage I have already secured. But I had to show you the truth. Because if I didn't show you what they really felt, if I didn't lift the veil, your loyalty would become your curse. You would keep blessing those who fasted for your downfall. You would keep giving to people who were draining you spiritually. And so I stepped in with force, with clarity, with urgency. You've been feeling the shift, the heaviness, the emotional unease. That wasn't just life being difficult. That was the residue of that meeting. You've been spiritually absorbing the warfare sent your way. You didn't imagine the delay. You didn't overthink the tension. That was a result of the spiritual binding they tried to place on your favor. But they made one fatal mistake. They forgot who your Father is. They forgot that I never sleep, that I never lose track of my chosen ones, that before they even finished speaking, I had already sent angels to intervene. This is not just about people. This is about patterns, about cycles, about generational issues trying to rise again through people you thought were safe. Some of the ones involved in this meeting are family. Some are old friends. Some are spiritual figures you looked up to. But it doesn't matter their title. It matters their truth. And the truth is they never wanted to see you fully free. Because a free version of you meant the end of their influence. Because when you rise, their control disappears. Because your healing reminds them of their own stagnancy. But God says this isn't your burden to carry anymore. I'm severing the tie. You were never meant to be tied to them permanently. They were part of the journey but not the destination. I used them to teach you, to shape you, to make you. But now their chapter has closed. If you try to bring them into the next, you will suffer more delay. You will feel their jealousy choke your joy. You will wonder why your peace keeps disappearing. But now you know. You've seen the meeting. You've heard the decision. They weren't praying for you. They were preying on you. And now I will not allow another day of confusion. There is more you don't know. Deeper layers, messages exchanged about you, discussions filled with spiritual manipulation. They've even tried to tamper with how others see you, to isolate you, to make you seem unstable, unreliable, dramatic, or too much. But God says you are not too much. You were just around people who were too small to handle your gift. You are not unstable. You were simply breaking free from spiritual cages that were never meant to hold you. The shaking wasn't you falling apart. It was your prison collapsing. And now that you're free, they fear your clarity. But don't fear. I'm not just exposing the conversation. I'm reversing the outcome. What they decided in that meeting will not stand. Their plans will collapse. Their words will backfire. The pit they dug for you will swallow their own intentions. I will bless you right in front of them. I will anoint your head in the presence of your accusers. I will elevate you so high they will have no choice but to witness it. And I won't do it in secret. I'll do it loudly, because your vindication is not just spiritual, it's visible. The world will see that I am with you. You've waited long enough. You've questioned your own worth long enough. You've kept silent for the sake of peace long enough. But peace built on lies is not peace. It's spiritual manipulation. And now I'm giving you the strength to speak, to walk away, to choose yourself, to protect your destiny like your life depends on it. Because it does. The next season of your life is sensitive, strategic, holy, and not everyone can come. The ones who just had a meeting about you. They've disqualified themselves. Not because you hate them, but because their energy can't walk beside your breakthrough. I know this hurts. You didn't want this to be true. You wanted to believe in their love. You prayed that their intentions were pure. But now I'm showing you what they said when they thought you weren't listening. Now I'm showing you who they really are behind the mask. And yes, it's painful, but it's also freeing because now you can move forward with full awareness. No more confusion. No more what if they meant well. No, they didn't. But that doesn't stop your purpose. Their doubt doesn't cancel your destiny. Their meeting doesn't cancel heaven's plans. If you'd like to donate or show your appreciation, you can give a super thanks up to $100. There is divine protection circling you, now. That's why certain connections are crumbling. That's why certain people are avoiding you. They feel the exposure in the spirit. They know they've been found out and they're hoping you won't notice. But God says you will notice. You already have. And now you'll begin to see the unraveling. The confessions, the weird behavior, the sudden distance. Don't chase it. Don't fix it. Don't apologize for it. Let it fall. Let it end. Let me rebuild your circle with people who carry peace, not poison. Your life is about to accelerate. I'm releasing things you prayed for years ago. I'm bringing answers to questions you cried about in secret. But first, I had to clear the path. I had to remove the snakes. I had to show you that the ones cheering for you were also cursing you. You had to see it before you entered the new season. Because where I'm taking you, betrayal like this would have been fatal. But now you're awake and now you're safe. God says, I have not forgotten your obedience. I have not ignored your sacrifices. I saw when you stayed faithful even when it hurt. I saw when you gave out of lack. When you loved people who were unloving. When you forgave even without an apology. I've recorded every action and now I'm rewarding it. They may have had their meeting, but now I've had mine. And my decision is final. You will rise. You will be seen. You will be protected. You will be compensated. And they will watch it happen. You are entering divine visibility, where those who tried to hide your gift will now be forced to recognize it. Where those who tried to silence your voice will hear it louder than ever. This is your time. Not just for healing, but for honor. Not just for survival, but for overflow. The alarms have been sounded in heaven. The secrets have been spilled. And now the shift begins. Stay ready. The truth is coming faster than you expect. Conversations will surface. Old messages will be exposed. Sudden clarity will hit you like lightning. Don't be shocked. This is the exposure season. It's been activated because your blessing cannot sit next to deception. Your miracle cannot be birthed in manipulation. And now that it's time to receive, it's also time to release. Let go of who they pretended to be. Grieve it if you must, but don't hold on. There's something better, something pure, something real, a better circle, a better blessing. A better love, a better future. It's already being built in the spirit, and the moment you walk away from what they decided in that room, you will step into what I've already established in heaven. What they plan to harm you will only push you deeper into your purpose. Because nothing can stop the one whom God has chosen, and God has chosen you. The 3 hours have passed and the moment has arrived. Heaven held its breath as the final second ticked down. Angels stood still in holy silence. Archangel Michael waited at the gate. The last trumpet of warning sounded, and now what was once hidden cannot remain in the shadows. It is done. The trap was seen. The mask has fallen. The exposure has begun. And God says, you listened, you obeyed, and now you are protected. In the invisible realm, there was movement. The trap she set was real. Yes, real. But your obedience turned her trap into her own prison. The very weapon she designed for you now surrounds her. The pit she dug is no longer yours to fear. Her plan was perfect, deceitfully perfect. She counted on your kindness. She thought your love would blind you. She studied your patterns and assumed you'd stay soft and silent. But what she didn't realize was this. Your spirit belongs to me, says the Lord, and I do not let my chosen ones fall without a fight. You heard me. Even through confusion, even through your aching heart. You listened to what your soul cried when your heart didn't want to believe. And because of that, because you trusted what I whispered when the voices around you tried to drown it out, you are safe, you are delivered. You are free. You didn't see the full extent of what she planned. You didn't see what was behind the smile. You didn't see the final step of betrayal that she was saving for the last moment, but I did. And I shielded you. I canceled the covenant. I cut off her access. You did not walk into her trap because heaven blocked the path she thought you would take. And now she is exposed. Not just to you, but to others. The charm she used on everyone else is crumbling. Her image is breaking apart. The things she said behind your back about you are now being echoed back to her from mouths she didn't expect. Her web is unraveling. Her control is slipping. People are seeing her, truly seeing her for who she is, for what she tried to be, for how she operates. And it is no longer beautiful, no longer convincing, no longer spiritual, because heaven is stripping away the illusion. This is what you asked me for, the truth, the clarity, the answer. It has come not in gentle whispers but in divine thunder. Not as a quiet suggestion but as a roaring revelation. You wanted to know who was real and now you do. You wanted to know who had your back and now you see who was aiming at it. You wanted to know what was delaying you. And now I've removed it. You are no longer trapped. You are no longer blind. You are no longer vulnerable to her poison. You are sealed in light. But be warned, the exposure is not the end. It is the beginning of recovery. Just because you see it now does not mean the enemy will stop trying. This is not just about her. She was a symbol, a representation of every disguised attack the enemy has sent over the years. And now that you've defeated this one, others will watch. They will see that they cannot manipulate you, that you are not weak, that your discernment is alive, that your angels are on guard, that your God is speaking. What happens now is sacred. Now begins your divine rise. What was blocked is now open. What was distorted is now clear. What was infected is now healed because you passed the test. You saw the snake in the garden and chose not to pet it. You felt the warning and didn't brush it away. And that obedience shifted your destiny timeline. A delay that would have lasted years has just been undone. A path that would have led to pain is now replaced with the path of power. The new door will appear quickly. That's how heaven works. When you align, things move fast. Restoration overtakes you. The replacement comes swiftly. But understand this. She will try again. Not always in person, not always through her face. But the spirit she carried, deceit, confusion, jealousy, will try to sneak in again in a different disguise. Be vigilant. Be rooted. Let what just happened become your armor. Let this be the lesson that sharpens your discernment forever. This was never just about saving you from a trap. It was about awakening you to your own authority. Because when you see the enemy clearly, you walk like royalty. No longer afraid. No longer passive. No longer apologizing for your light. You were always powerful. You just forgot. And she was hoping you'd never remember. That's why she wrapped herself around your trust. That's why she stayed close to your heart. Because she feared what would happen if you saw clearly. But now you see. Now you know, and now it is she who is afraid. Because nothing terrifies a counterfeit more than the one who finally recognizes the difference between love and manipulation, between light and mimicry, between divine connection and spiritual parasites. So here's what happens next. Restoration. Not in fragments. Not slowly. But in full, suddenly, unexpectedly, miraculously, your peace will return. Your joy will reappear, your discernment will sharpen, and your path will be illuminated like never before. The blessing that was held back is now free to find you because the energy around you has shifted. The fog has lifted. The counterfeit has been cut off and heaven rejoices. Your name is now echoing in new rooms. New favor is being released, a divine endorsement is being spoken over you. People who turn their backs on you will begin to feel something they don't understand. The people she poisoned with her lies will feel conviction. They will wonder why they ever doubted you. And they will watch as your life rises, not because of revenge, but because of vindication. God is not a God who stays silent when his child is accused. And now he speaks through action. The next 3 days will carry unusual moments. Conversations that feel out of place, people returning to apologize. Unexpected invitations. Dreams that shake you awake. Pay attention. Every sign is a confirmation. Every moment is heaven saying, yes. This is real. You did it. You escaped. Now rise. And her, the woman who tried to ensnare you, she will feel the silence. The favor she mimicked will begin to dry up. The light she borrowed will no longer shine. The people she manipulated will pull back. Not in hate, but in realization. She will wonder why things are falling apart. She will try to reach out, to reconnect, to explain. But do not reopen what God has sealed shut. The test is not over if you keep returning to what tried to destroy you. Let her go. Let the lie die. Let the truth live. You are covered. You are safe. Archangel Michael still stands guard. He watches over you because your assignment is not finished. You are walking into purpose so large it will silence every voice that ever doubted you. And one day when you look back, you will remember this hour, this day, this moment. You will say this is when everything changed. And it did because you listened. Because you saw, because you said yes to heaven. The trap has collapsed. The thief has been caught. And your destiny is now unhindered. You are free. A private meeting was just held about you. Behind closed doors, behind curtains that you couldn't see past, conversations were spoken in whispers, decisions made that were not meant for your ears. But nothing is